My name is Kendall Merrick, and I'm the General Manager of Oxmoor Center. We are so grateful and excited that you're here today as we unveil our new solar installation project. Oxmoor Center is owned and operated by GGP Incorporated, where our mission is to provide our community with an outstanding experience and engaging environment every day. This goes for the retailers, the dining, the entertainment, ambiance, and overall setting. Part of GGP's long-term success is its commitment to sustainability. Our solar installation project plays a large role in fulfilling that strategy. We firmly believe that at the heart of any responsible corporate citizen is an honest sensitivity to the business impact on the community. And that is why we are all here today. I, along with the Oxmoor Center team, have been looking forward to this day for some time now. The solar installation project is the largest in the Louisville metro area, making this a very proud moment for all of us involved. So I'd like to take a moment to thank all of the people who have been a part of the vision, building, installation, and completion of our solar project. First of all, I would like to recognize Strata Solar. You're more than welcome to wave. Got a great team here from this company. Solar Energy Solutions, our installer. Thank you so much. Mayor Fisher's office. And Maria Ketter, the Director of Sustainability for Louisville Metro. So we hope you enjoy your day here and many more days to come. With the holidays this season, I think that might be likely, that we'll see you soon. But without further ado, I would like to introduce our mayor to the podium, Mayor Greg Fisher.
All right, well, good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming out here today for this very exciting announcement that we've been waiting for. So Kendall, thank you to you and the team. And I want to thank also your entire team here at Oxmoor and GGP for your all's vision and commitment to sustainability. Good for the environment, good for business, as it should be. And it really is exciting here to see the largest solar installation in the city and the largest retail solar installation in the state right here on Shelbyville Road. This has been the home to a lot of our great environmental news. Bill Hollander, our Metro Councilman, is down here in the front. Thank you for the good work you do, Councilman. So I think what people learn about solar, and we see a lot of folks from the solar industry here, it's not only great for the environment, it's a great investment as well. And business needs to see this type of success so more and more can come from that. So Oxmoor is really taking a leading position with this, and I appreciate that very much. This is one more example, too, that Louisville is doing everything that we can to be a pro-solar city. Earlier this year, our city was awarded a gold designation, which is the highest level from SolSmart, a program funded by the U.S. Department of Energy for our city's commitment to adopting practices that promote fast and easy solar installation, both for installation and usage. And the installation here at Oxmoor really symbolizes our approach to sustainability. We created the Office for Sustainability, the first ever, in 2011. We were still recovering from the recession. We placed that office inside of Louisville Forward, which is our nationally recognized economic development team, and we did that for a reason. Good businesses are environmentally responsible. We have moved away from this concept that was hopefully over a decade old, that you could either be good to the environment or good to your shareholders. That is a notion that we reject, and I believe all good companies have rejected around the country. So when you look on the business side of how we're doing in the city, we've got a lot of momentum. We've boomed since coming out of the Great Recession. We've added 71,000 new private sector jobs, 2,500 new businesses, 24 million tourist visits, And just since 2014, we've attracted over $11 billion in capital investment and construction going on in the city. So there's a lot going on. And while we've been growing our economy, we've been working with partners in the business community and elsewhere to make our city both healthier and more sustainable. Last year, I stood with representatives from such organizations as Brown-Forman, Humana, Yum Brands, U of L, and I signed the Global Covenant of Mayors, an international compact that holds cities accountable to measuring and reducing their greenhouse gas emissions. This year, I reaffirmed our city's commitment by reducing emissions and fostering climate resilience by joining the We're Still In partnership after President Trump withdrew the United States from the Paris Climate Accord, and again earlier this month by signing on to the Chicago Agreement on Climate and Community. And I'm happy to report that almost every mayor in the country has taken this action, so if we can't get it done at the federal level, we can certainly get it done at the local level. We join thousands of cities around the world in making a commitment to our citizens to reduce the greenhouse gases that causes climate change. As part of that commitment, the Metro Government Office of Sustainability has been working on a critical step in that process, and that's having an inventory of our greenhouse gas emissions so we know where our improvement efforts start. Higher greenhouse gas emissions, also known as environmental pollution, can lead to higher rates of premature deaths, an increase in hospital admissions for respiratory and cardiovascular disease, and more asthma attacks. That's why I'm pleased to report that our greenhouse gas inventory is complete. And I'm even more pleased to tell you that since 2010, Louisville's greenhouse gas emissions have decreased by 17%. So we all know that we still have plenty of work to do, but this is an achievement that we can build on. I want to give a particular shout out to LG&E, who played a really large role in this reduction by switching their Cane Run plant from coal to natural gas. That was a big move for us here in the city. And we look forward to continuing to work with LG&E to provide great service to our city while doing so in an even more environmentally friendly way. So the next step, now that we have the inventory, we need to develop a reduction goal and develop a strategy to reach that goal. Throughout 2018, our team will be meeting with the community, businesses, neighborhood groups, and other citizen groups to discuss how we can all partner to reduce our city's greenhouse gas emissions and create a healthier and more sustainable city. And the need for these continuing conversations and collaborations is hopefully becoming clear all the time to everybody, regardless of what your political party is, regardless of what your skin color is. Everybody should be clear on this is an issue that we should all agree. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers recently released a study just the past couple weeks that said the Ohio River Valley can expect to see continued heavier storms and floods and heat waves as the atmosphere warms up. To mitigate these, we have to continue working to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. We have seen the effects of higher temperatures on our citizens. It's documented in our urban heat island study, which showed us that urban areas that have more concrete and less greenery, guess what? Attract more heat. That has economic impacts because energy bills goes up. Additionally, there are medical expenses associated with the health effects that tend to hit our oldest and poorest and youngest citizens the hardest. Those health concerns are evident right across the road here at St. Margaret Mary at the grade school, and so is our community response. In 2015-16, we launched the Green for Good project in partnership with St. Margaret Mary and researchers at the University of Louisville and other partners. What we wanted to learn was if we planted a vegetative barrier, also known as a wall of trees and shrubs, between the school and Shelbyville Road, would it capture the emissions from vehicles And would we be able to measure that effect on the students and faculty? The results have been very, very positive. To add to that, we were planting 8,000 trees next fall in South Louisville as part of our Green Heart project to soak up the air pollution from the Waterson Expressway and other roadways. So this work that we're doing in our city with environmental medicine, environmental cardiology, is amongst the leading work that's being done in this area in the world. These are investments in our future and in the health of our citizens, because the truth is that environmental health and human health are fundamentally interlinked. Too often people think of themselves as being separate from nature. We are part of nature. That's why we've got to make sure that your metro government is committed to this. We are walking the walk. Metro government buildings are required to meet strict energy standards and make upgrades. We have solar panels on 7 of our buildings and green roofs on 5, and Metro Parks has cool roofs on over 25 of our buildings. I want to thank Maria Cutter, over here, the director of our Office for Sustainability, for her leadership and her team's steadfast commitment and outstanding work in this area. So Maria, thank you for keeping this going. And last, I just want to thank all of our partners in the business community that are showing increased awareness and dedication to helping our city become more environmentally responsible. Today, I want to thank Kendall and Brian and the leadership here of Oxmoor Center and GGP. This is a big step with a really large solar array on the building that we'll be able to see later. This solar installation is a win-win. It's the right thing for business, it's the right thing for our community, it's the right thing for our environment. So let's keep pressing and working together on this so more and more of these wins come for our city. Thanks, everybody.
Just trying to talk the mayor into staying on the stage for a few more moments. He was agreeable, just so that you know. So, Mayor Fisher, thank you so much. It's very much a privilege to have you here today, so we thank you. I'm going to introduce one more person and call him to the stage, and that is Brian Montague. He is the Senior Vice President of Energy and Sustainability at GGP. And Oxmoor Center actually plays an important role in the foundation of Brian's career because he spent 10 years as an asset manager overseeing the operations and evolution of our shopping center. We walked the center this morning and it was really fun to hear him say, you know, this was an idea that I had and this is what I accomplished. And I was like, you did a great job, thank you. So thank you, Brian, for being here. So for us at GGP, sustainability is more than just a buzzword. As a company, we are committed to having an environmentally responsible business. In fact, we refer to our investments as conscious capitalism, doing right for our world while becoming more efficient shopping center operators. So why does GGP invest in solar? Like any large-scale property, shopping centers require a significant amount of electricity. I'm very proud to share with you that the solar project at Oxmoor, combined with our other projects across the U.S., have earned GGP a top 10 U.S. company by solar capacity designation, as according to the Solar Energy Industries Association rankings. So we think that's a big deal. So what do these solar panels mean for Oxmoor Center and the Louisville community? First of all, the solar project installed at Oxmoor Center will provide more than 40% of the electricity needed to operate the shopping center. This is more than 1 million kilowatt hours of electricity. To put this into perspective, the production of the solar panels is the equivalent of the electricity used by approximately 116 homes in the Louisville area. It's also the equivalent of driving 1.9 million miles in a car. So with a lap around the world being about 25,000 miles, you could take that family vacation 76 times. we've essentially taken half of this thriving regional shopping center off the grid. So I think this is very cool to be part of this. It's an honor to work for GGP and with Brian Montague and the whole GGP team. Keith Annual is here as well from our corporate sustainability team. And we're excited to give many of you the opportunity to go up on the roof and take a look at the solar installation. Shows some great photos. So we're going to open it up for a few questions. And I have these great individuals with me to address those questions. Does anyone have a question? Yes.
When did the plant shop this get started?
Okay.
You talked about how much energy it takes, how much money.
Okay. I'm going to turn this question over to Brian Montague, and she wanted to know, when did the planning get started and how much money is saved by a project like this? Is that correct? Okay.
We started this project about a year ago. Start to finish, any solar installation will take about a year. You have a lot of planning, a lot of design work goes into it. So to lay it out on a roof or a parking lot takes a little bit of time, and to actually build the project itself, it's approximately 5 months. As far as, what was the other part of your question? I'm sorry? The money saved, the payback is approximately 12%. So if we spend $1 million, we're getting $120,000 of savings in utilities.
Other questions? All right. Thank you all so much for coming. And we are going to take initially our dignitaries to the roof, our VIPs, and then after that we will follow up taking the media up there. So we'll just gather right here and take you up to the roof so that you can see the solar installation.
This has been a Metro TV production, a public service of Louisville Metro government.